education means more than the pursuit of a certain course of study. It means more than a preparation for the life that now is. Powerful words from Ellen G. White that we will start off today's program with. Welcome to another Jamaica Magazine. I'm Audrey Williams, and this edition promises to be an educational and entertaining one. Stay tuned as we turn the pages.
Jamaicans, here are the facts about NIDS. You will not go to prison for not having a national ID. You will not be denied access to public health services or your personal doctor. You will not be denied access to education. And we do not want your DNA or your banking information. Just like the national census, you can volunteer information, but you will not be forced to reveal your private business. You will have over 3 years to get the new ID, and it is free. Don't follow rumors. Get the facts at nidsfacts.com.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Friday, January 19. Prime Minister Andrew Holness is assuring that citizens' rights will be protected during the state of public emergency now in effect for St. James. Mr. Holness says that while the security forces have been given extraordinary powers, the crime-fighting measure is directed at the facilitators of crime and not law-abiding citizens. The Prime Minister says the operation may create some level of discomfort, but he's urging residents to cooperate with the security forces.
Now is the time. If you know where the guns are, please tell us. If you know where the criminals are, please tell us. The Reward for Guns program is still in effect. The number to call is Crime Stop 311.
A hotline, 837-8888, has also been established and manned by the Jamaica Defense Force for persons to report incidences of crime in St. James. JDF Chief of Defense Staff, Major General Rocky Meade, says the troops have been refreshed in their training on human rights and how to engage with citizens.
What you can expect is that all persons using all roads leading in and out of St. James may be subject to search, vehicle search and personal search. You may be asked for information to verify your identity. You may be asked to declare whether you have any offensive weapons or anything else to declare. And then you may be asked to facilitate a search.
St. James recorded 335 murders in 2017, almost twice as any other parish for last year. Since the start of 2018, there have been a number of murders in the parish. The Governor-General signed the proclamation to effect the state of public emergency, which has also been gazetted. The Emergency Powers Regulations 2018 will be tabled in Parliament during its next sitting in accordance with the Emergency Powers Act. In the meantime, two of the country's leading private sector organizations have expressed support for the state of public emergency. The Jamaica Chamber of Commerce, JCC, and the Private Sector Organization of Jamaica, PSOJ, in separate press releases, said its implementation was appropriate in light of the current crime situation. The JCC says that in light of the horrific murder rate with which the current year has begun, it is imperative that firm and decisive measures be introduced. The PSOJ, meanwhile, says crime and the general lawlessness in the society has not only threatened our #1 foreign exchange earner and business, but more importantly, has restricted the movement and rights of all law-abiding Jamaican citizens. The private sector organization insists that the situation was untenable. In other news, no new taxes will be included in the 2018-2019 estimates of expenditure due by April 1. So says the country's Finance Minister, Audley Shaw. He says revenue inflows have been doing fairly well this year, with outturn at the end of December 2017 being $13 billion ahead of projections.
Happily, with this trajectory, it is not the government plan to introduce a tax package in the new budget that is coming.
The Finance Minister says the new fiscal year will instead see a focus on the implementation of non-tax initiatives, with special emphasis at the Jamaica Customs Agency. He says steps are being taken to acquire modern, state-of-the-art X-ray equipment to scan all incoming containers. The aim is to improve tax collection and stop the leakage of revenue at the wharves.
And we are going to X-ray every container 100%. Barrels, containers, everything coming in will be X-rayed 100%, because all I want is a fair system where everybody pays their duty.
Minister Shaw was speaking at Mayberry Investments' monthly investor forum on Wednesday. The country continues to record growth in the business outsourcing sector. Just yesterday, IBEX Global officially opened the IBEX Waterfront offices as its Caribbean and Latin American headquarters at the Digicel building in downtown Kingston. Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Daryl Vaz, has welcomed the move. He says it's in line with government's plan to make Kingston the premier place to do business.
I'm happy that you have found a home here in Kingston. It signals your confidence in Jamaica and in our capital city.
Minister Vaz says initiatives under the National Outsourcing Strategy aimed at doubling the employee count of the sector by 2020 are paying off, with high employment growth rate reaching 26,000 jobs. Last month, the DBJ committed $73 million in financing for 15 BPO projects with a projected 24,520 jobs.
I'm indeed happy with the performance of the sector, but we are not resting on our laurels and are moving strategically to grow the sector, to provide even more jobs for Jamaicans.
Industry and Commerce Minister Carl Samuda has called for the re-inspection of all scrap metal containers that were packed for export after December 21, 2017. He has also included brass as a restricted item under the existing regulations that govern the export of scrap metal. This announcement follows the theft of 5 metric tons of brass sugar mill bearings from the Worthy Park Sugar Factory in St. Catherine. The ministry says 74 brass sugar mill bearings, valued at $16.5 million, were stolen from the factory between December 22, 2017 and January 11, 2018. This is the second major theft of brass bearings from a sugar factory, as a similar incident occurred at Moneymusk in 2013. A joint team from the Jamaica Customs Agency and the Factories Corporation of Jamaica will be investigating the Worthy Park incident under the leadership of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The multi-user sites for the export of scrap metal have also been placed on high alert for brass sightings. And finally, the Jamaica Social Investment Fund, JSIF, has received an upgrade to its environmental management certification from ISO 14001-2004 to ISO 14001-2015. The upgraded certification from the International Organization for Standardization was awarded to JSIF late 2017. The agency was first accredited in 2009 and is currently the only state entity in Jamaica and the wider Commonwealth Caribbean to have attained this level of environmental accreditation. Managing Director of JSIF, Omar Sweeney, says the upgrade will allow the fund to better positively impact the communities where the development projects they administer are being implemented.
What that means is that as we impact communities, all our practices and our procedures and our policies are certified to the international standard of ISO in terms of how contractors work and how we leave the environment when the projects are left. And so we're the only institution, government institution in the Commonwealth Caribbean that has this certification.
Mr. Sweeney was speaking at the Kiwanis Club of Barbican's 3rd anniversary meeting on Tuesday. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
Children, and we have rights. We have a right to be
protected, provided for, and included.
Don't beat me up, don't belittle me, and please don't molest me.
I am under 13. I should not be working for a living.
That is child labor. It is illegal.
Stop leaving me alone. I am too young to provide for myself. I need your guidance.
Protect our nation's children. They have rights too.
In 2017, the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information undertook many strides to enhance Jamaica's human capital and protect our youngest and most vulnerable. Let's revisit and review the highlights.
very, very satisfied that we have another very smooth start to another school year. Today's grant signing is but the latest bilateral cooperation project for the education sector. There was also an award of contract approved for the amount of $99 million for the construction of a fifth form block at the Mount St. Joseph Catholic High School.
Today is indeed a very proud day in the ministry and certainly in the Safety and Security Department.
All students in primary and secondary for the first time who are on the PATH program, the government of Jamaica will be paying your personal insurance up to 8 subjects for CSEC.
I am pleased to announce that in line with the surplus generated by the Heart Trust NTA last year, the entity is increasing its provision to the Student Loan Bureau by 100%.
Today's launch is among the latest in our series of reforms to the education sector.
I'm delighted to welcome you all to the launch of the curriculum for students with moderate to profound intellectual disabilities.
An oversight committee headed by Professor Maureen Sands-Vaughan has been recently established to oversee the development of a comprehensive strategy to revitalize the vision for Jamaican children 8 years and younger.
Believe in yourself? You know you're going to do well?
We have had a very, very good year where we have seen improved results in all the exams that we have reported on this year.
This is a merger that looks at, in a very real way, how can you become more efficient? And how can you expand the reach of our child protection services?
The CCMS, as we call it, brings everything our social workers need to do into one place.
We are collectively giving birth to 3 social media manuals, which have as their primary focus the task of helping our children stay safe whilst in cyberspace. Today, we present to you the newest public education initiative of the office, Aria's Story.
Through this partnership, Facebook will be ensuring that once a child is reported missing and comes into an alert system, the information will appear automatically on the pages of its Jamaican users. This is about how can we ensure that our children who are in state care have the best quality service. We want to say to our young people, invest in yourself, be somebody of value, be someone who can give back to your community.
Lifelong learning will now be fully advanced through the merger of JFLL, NYS, and the Heart Trust NTA.
Cabinet also approved the final draft of the National Youth Policy. National Digital Switchover Steering Committee met on the 1st of June this year, and a presentation from its technical committee was received. The substantive work being carried out by this committee will guide Jamaica in its digital switchover process, which is targeted to take full effect in 2021.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade made great strides in 2017 to strengthen Jamaica's regional and international relations.
We must secure improved market opportunities beyond our shores.
Watch the review of major achievements by the Ministry in 2017 on January 22, right here on Jamaica Magazine.
We Jamaicans are a hard-working set of people, and we at the JIS know this. That's why after a hard day's work, you can simply pop onto our website, jis.gov.jm, and be in the know with government news and information. JIS, your information hub.
One of the world's most prestigious scholarships awards a recipient a place at the Oxford University, and this Jamaican was selected as the 2017 recipient. Here's more.
This is Shakiba Foster, the 2017 recipient of one of the most prestigious scholarships in the world, the Rhodes Scholarship.
It's an awesome feeling, overwhelming at times.
After hours of grueling interviews, Shakiba came out on top of a field of 10 outstanding candidates to be awarded the scholarship.
Really outstanding young people, any one of whom could have been the Rhodes Scholar, and we finally chose Shakiba Foster. The fact that she is clearly very intelligent and very thoughtful. She had many thoughts about education in Jamaica, about its economic problems, the IMF program, the way forward.
The Rhodes Scholarship is tenable at the Oxford University in the United Kingdom, the oldest English-speaking university in the world, and ranked second in the 2015-2016 World University Rankings. This year, Shakiba will join 94 other students from around the world who have been awarded the scholarship to pursue studies at Oxford.
I'm grateful for the opportunity to be going off to Oxford, having that awesome opportunity to be doing more economics and MPhil in economics at Oxford.
For every year since 1904, except during the Second World War, an outstanding Jamaican has been selected to be Rhodes Scholar. Shakiba is the second graduate of St. Jago High School to join the ranks, and she remains thankful to all those who helped her excel.
My family has been a great help. I remember studying at nights and my aunts, tired but staying up with me to ensure that we got to bed together. My mother, my aunts, my friends, teachers have definitely been a great help, and so I have to say thanks to them.
To be named Rhodes Scholar, Shakiba, like her predecessors, had to display outstanding intellect, character, leadership, and commitment to service.
Other persons, when they hear Rhodes Scholars, they think, wow, bright person. But to tell you the truth, at St. Jago, I really didn't dominate in terms of academics. I had a few persons who really outdid me, did far better than I did. I pushed and I did well enough. When I got to UWI, was difficult in terms of a new environment, but I got through. As anybody else, I've had difficulties in terms of financing, in terms of family issues and so on. But I've always tried not to focus too much on the issues and just do what I need to do. Hard work and time management.
At the end of it all, Shakiba's disciplined approach paid off.
I finished my banking and finance program with the highest GPA. I actually finished my degree with the highest GPA in the entire Faculty of Social Sciences.
On completion of her BSc degree in Banking and Finance, Shakiba went on to do a Master of Science degree at the University of the West Indies, which she completed with distinction. The 2017 Rhodes Scholar is now an assistant lecturer in the Faculty of Social Sciences, a position she enjoys immensely. Despite her hectic university schedule, Shakiba has always found time to take on leadership responsibilities in her Riversdale community in St. Catherine.
Once you start doing things from early, you realize that at the end of the day you have a lot of time for other stuff. Church activities take up most of my other time.
And what are her future plans?
I'm going off to do an MPhil in economics. If I do well enough at that MPhil, I hope to go on to a DPhil in economics, which is a PhD in economics, really. After that, I want to do some more teaching. I hope to do a little bit more lecturing. And I'm just seeing where the tides take me after that. I don't have a definite plan, and I feel it's all right not to have a definite plan. It's all right to let your experiences lead you into new opportunities.
For youngsters aspiring to excel academically, the 2017 Rhodes Scholar has these words of advice.
You're not always going to be ahead, but that does not always mean, you know, you're not going to achieve anything. Some people will have it difficult, some people will have it easy, and sometimes we tend to want to have it easy like everybody else. But I've learned that difficult times normally make better persons. And so go through difficult times and just work hard, and I'm sure you'll achieve much.
If you're an aspiring Rhodes Scholar, application for the scholarship is usually open between early July and early October every year. Application forms can be downloaded from the Rhodes Trust website at www.rhodes-caribbean.com.
The Scientific Research Council is bringing reliable, accurate, and efficient analytical testing services to you. Investors, manufacturers, and service operators, protect yourself and consumers by ensuring that your product and environs are safe and secure. Come to us to test your food, cosmetics, potable and recreational water, environmental air quality, trade effluent, and to conduct shelf life studies for products. The SRC conducts on-site sampling, or you can submit your samples to our offices at Hope Gardens Complex, Kingston 6. The Analytical Services Department Laboratory is certified locally and internationally and is accredited ISO 17025. For more information, visit our office or send an email to prinfo@src-jamaica.org or call us at 927-1771-4. The Scientific Research Council, making science, technology, and innovation work for you.
Education makes you trainable, and training makes you employable. Watch this next feature as Prime Minister, the Most Honourable Andrew Holness, gives us hope.
Colonel Rickman has been seconded from the Jamaica Defence Force to be the national coordinator of the HOPE program. We sought out Colonel Rickman. Obviously, he is very well trained. He has the skills, but Colonel Rickman headed the CSJP youth intervention that was under the direction of the Army. And it is clear that what the Army was doing in terms of bringing in youth who were at risk and giving them skills so that they could make something of themselves, that they were doing such an excellent job. And indeed, it was exactly the mission of the HOPE program. HOPE is an acronym: housing, opportunities, production, employment. We're going to start with the employment side of things. And the focus in the initial stages of Colonel Rickman is on the employment section. Now, employment, as we used to say when I was the Minister of Education, is that education makes you trainable, and training makes you employable. So it all fits neatly together. So you can see that Colonel Rickman will be surveying the entirety of government, looking for opportunities where our youngsters can be engaged, those who do not have basic education, they will be provided opportunities for basic education. And those who are not trained will be provided opportunities for skills, to develop employable skills. But more than that, Colonel Rickman will be coordinating all of government to provide employment for those young persons. However, it will be managed under a national apprenticeship framework. So we will be revising the very old National Apprenticeship Act, and we have started that revision to make provisions for youngsters. And when I use the term youngsters, I'm now talking young people between the ages of 18 and 24. That is the critical age cohort that HOPE will be targeting.
This is the Aedes aegypti mosquito that spreads the Zika, chikungunya, and dengue viruses. Protect yourself from the bite of this mosquito. A message from the Ministry of Health.
Education is a key component to opening up barriers for a stronger society. It challenges the mind and creates an avenue for growth and development. Each individual has a role to play in making Jamaica an educated society, the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business.
Parents, how do you think your children feel when they are beaten?
I feel so sad when my mother beats me.
It makes me feel so angry.
I feel embarrassed, and I feel like you just don't care.
It has been proven that coercive parenting is directly linked to the aggression your children are displaying in schools. The National Parenting Support Commission is imploring you, parents, rethink your actions. Stop beating your children.
A message from the National Parenting Support Commission in collaboration with Ministry of Education, Youth and Information for improved safety and security in schools.
Thanks for spending time with us. The proverb that we leave with you is, the more you look, the less you see. What does this mean? It is impossible to know every single detail about any matter. Remember to keep up to date with the latest government information. Join us online at gis.gov.jm or watch our programs on our YouTube channel. And be sure to check out our social media platforms. You may also catch a new edition of Jamaica Magazine tomorrow on this very station. Until then, I'm Audrey Williams. Take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.